gotta get out of here. This is not the way to start a video. Oh gosh, it's chaos in here.
I'll get out.
Welcome to my life. It is the 1111 Gateway. What's up, Blue Bradley?
That's why I was
guys,
for
this
you.
is my sanctuary office. Come on.
Okay.
We gotta roll.
What's up, burning hair? Bye-bye.
You probably have to offer him a treat to go.
One treat? I'm going to walk.
No, don't say that.
I'll take them later.
No, okay, go Blue.
Come on.
Go big at the start.
All right.
No.
You guys know it's 1111. It's a special gateway. I'm trying to do a video about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good gravy! You get the behind the scenes today. Welcome, everybody. All right, out of my office, please.
Come
I
on.
love you all.
Come on, Blue.
I gotta connect with the visionaries of the planet and save the world. What's up, everybody? Okay, quieting down now. Here at my office, we're gonna open the records together. I'm gonna lean over here and grab my crystal bowl. It's a special day in the cosmos. Whether you believe in ritual and special days, or you're like, every day it's a special day, Emily. I personally love the frequency of numbers. I like to tune in and bring special awareness to harnessing the collective galactic energies. And 1111 is definitely a portal, a gateway of a day. So welcome everybody. Let's get to work here together. If this is the first time you are joining, my name is Emily Harrison. I am the founder director here of the Akashic Academy. My area of expertise is in the Akashic Records, which every single human has the ability to connect with. This is the realm of intelligence where every detail of our past, our present, all possible futures, every detail about everything ever is located within this etheric database. And when we learn to shift our consciousness into a state of stillness, into a state of receptivity, we can begin to extract soul-level intelligence that will guide us as we're making decisions in our life. It will help us to clear karma, to clear areas of disease, dis-ease, whether that is showing up physically or emotionally for you. And the records help us tap the highest levels of creativity here on the planet when it comes to bringing in new ways of being, new technology, new medicine, and let's talk about new ways of being again. Oh, hell. Of course we want to change the planet and bring in all kinds of cool new technology and gadgets, and we want free energy, and we want all of this reform. But how about just being able to show up differently in your life so that you can affect change, so that you can embody your highest and best and most intelligent self? That is my mission here on the planet. For those of you who are awake and you are seeking enlightenment, your visionaries, your spiritual entrepreneurs, your thought leaders here on the planet, it is my gift and joy to share my area of intelligence, which is how to connect to the Akashic Records so we can begin to have instantaneous downloads, instantaneous connection to the highest level of soul intelligence, so we can show up and be badass, because we got work to do here on the planet. So we're going to start by harnessing the energy of this 1111 gateway. How many of you guys are feeling it? Say hello once you get here. Let me know where you are from. And if you're coming into this most sacred space today, we're going to start by doing synchronized breathing, really shifting our thought processes, our energetic pulses that are coming out of our body. We're going to move back into a state of harmony and coherence, connection with divine intelligence, and then we're going to do some Akashic Record readings and activations here together. So let me know where you're joining from as we are doing this breath work together. I want to invite Texas. I see you, Vicky. I want to invite everyone to, as you are breathing, as you are sharing where you're from, begin to allow Portugal. I love it. See me, Kelly Cano. I love you, baby. Good to see you. Mwah. Where else we got out here? Beth says, hi, I'm coming to you from Reno, Nevada, the high Sierras. Lots of Kundalini energy pumping through the particular vortexes where I am here, but begin to see the illumination of all of the consciousness that is coming together. We are truly all one. And as we breathe together, we're going to focus Florida. I see you. Gold Coast, Australia. I see you. Georgia. Thank you, guys. Let's begin to visualize the unity and the expansion of who we are and being embodied at the highest levels of love and compassion and genius and creativity here together on the planet. So let's take some nice deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. Fill the lungs all the way up to max capacity, and then a gentle pause at the top of that breath. You can close your eyes, relax the shoulders, relax the face. As you exhale through pursed lips like you're breathing through a straw. Exhale all the air out of the lungs, resting at the bottom. Now deep breath in. Feel your inner energy alchemizing, shifting, and changing already. Notice your power to shift state instantly. And now, bring the awareness to the 1111 gateway. Deep breath in. Calling in possibility, expansion, calling in the unseen, pausing at the top of that breath while all of that invocation integrates into your cellular structure. Nice slow release of the breath. The bottom of the breath, pausing, resetting your frequency to that which we're calling in. Nice deep breath in. Calling in the frequency, the magic, the possibility, the synchronicity, all that's unfolding for us on this 1111 gateway. Call it present and forefront so you don't miss it. Deep exhale. Synchronicities will present, knowledge will present, opportunities will present. Will you adjust your frequency to be a match for that which is coming in for you? Nice deep breath in. If you want that, you want to be a match to the highest and best that's coming in for you now. Call it in with the breath, gentle pausing at the top of the breath and integrating, downloading that which you've called forward. The timeline of your highest and best good. Good job. And now just letting the breath return to a normal state. Comfortable inhale and exhale. Tune your awareness to who do you need to become so that you can embody that which you have invited forward on this gateway. What version of yourself needs to come forward? The most courageous part of you, the most playful part of you, the most curious part of you, the nicest one of you in there. All right, who's already feeling the shift? Let me know that you can feel this shift by sending some hearts across your screen. Also, if you are coming into this sacred space for expansion today, please share this out. You are not the only one who could use a little dose today, and that's a beautiful way to give back to what you are receiving here collectively in this space. Also, one of the best ways that we can really begin to expand others is to share opportunities for knowledge, for perspective shift, just like we are getting here today. I'm going to actually take a moment and share out myself. And as I'm inviting each one of you to share, let's also get down to some Akashic Answers with Emily. Please type in the comments areas where you would like insight, guidance, or clarity from your Akashic Records, the intelligence of your soul that has recorded every detail of your life, like I said, from the perspective of unconditional love and zero judgment. Probably not the way you're looking at yourself right now. Okay? So type in your questions, share this out. I'm going to take a moment to share out as well. And let's get down to some Akashic Answers with Emily. And by the way, not only will we channel in answers, and I say we, yeah, you too. All of you out there, pay attention to what is dropping into your awareness as we are talking about the different topics that come into the container today. You are connected to this field as well. So I invite you to pay attention to what comes in for you as we do this work. I'm going to shout out just a couple more places. Hang on 1 second. Oops. One more. All right. Let's rock and roll, everybody. All right. Amber says, the most healthy part of me. All right, Amber, I'm going to tune in, and that might have been a comment that you had rolling in, not actually a question. So let's get the questions rolling in, everybody. But Amber, I am going to tune into your energy and talk about what your guides want you to know about the healthiest part of you. And they're saying that the healthiest part of you resides in your childlike imagination. That it feels like there was some childhood trauma that you experienced, Amber, and that suppresses the imagination, that childlike imagination for you. And that is, in terms of health, it's like that part of you is definitely has withered away because of the trauma you have experienced, and this is also one of your most vital superpowers. So basically what they're pointing your attention to, Amber, is look at this part of yourself, this magical childlike creator, tuning into that childlike imaginative spark, and being able to cultivate that, to revive that. No part of us ever truly dies, even if it does feel like we're withering at certain points in time. But Amber, focusing and cultivating and inviting just play. It's like, honestly, screw the healing. Yeah, there was a lot of trauma. Yeah, there's a lot to heal. But really, she just wants to come out and play. And I think a lot of times our healing can be easier than we're making it. Oh, don't get me wrong. Sometimes your healing will smack you right upside the face. And we are growing enough as a collective where our healing can be a lot smoother. And if we ask these kinds of questions, and we can get the intelligence, or spirit can knock us upside the head to point us in the right direction, the answers will begin to reveal themselves to us. My nephew wants me to play all the time, and I have no idea how. Amber, I feel you on that. So I have 3 kids now, and they're getting old. 17, 14, and 11. But back when I just had 1 kid, Jack, little dude, wanted to play all the time. And before we decided whether or not we were having more children, because I didn't come into motherhood having a number of kids that I knew that I wanted to have. That was not how I came into the process. Okay, so after Jack and playing with Jack ad nauseum, one of his favorite things to do. And again, I also hear my guides saying, Emily, you embraced it, and it is important to embrace it. And if I'm totally transparent, I had difficulty embracing it. I was resistant to play. I have reinvited play forward in my life, but at this point in time, I was resistant to play. And so that was actually a huge consideration in having the next kid was, well, there'll be somebody else to play with them. Because it felt so uncomfortable. If you can relate, send some hearts across that screen, please. Can you relate to what it feels like to be difficult to play? Whew, that's a tough one. So let's work there for our activation today. Let's call in the energy of play. I'll pull up my bowl here. Just inviting that energy forward with the sacred sound of the bowl. For those of you who want to re-engage with the energy of play in your life, type in yes and call forward that magic. Ask, what are the best ways for me to play right now? And whatever comes into your mind, that is only the beginning. There's seeds of intelligence, it's magical, but the next thing you have to do is you must act on that. If you don't act on it, Vicky, yes, I see you, thank you. Receiving the energy of play and then acting on it. Good work. All right, let's see what else we got going on in the field today. Vicky Martin Tringle says, looking to tap into what field of work should I be focusing on? So much reinvention happening right now on the planet, Vicky. Yes. Okay, so Vicky, healing comes forward right away for you. Healing, the intuitive arts. I don't know if there's like an actual medical connection to what you're doing right now, Vicky, but it feels like it is from where I'm sitting right now and tuning into your energy. And I see this pattern often. So Vicky, let me know if you are resonating with this information. I see there are many lifetimes, or let me replace that word lifetimes and just say careers or inspired reinventions of ourselves. How we're showing up and serving the planet. Some of you don't look at your career as that, but that's truly what it is. And I'm seeing so many lifetimes, meaning career reinventions, that's what I'm specifically talking about, happening right now in one lifetime. What you are previously, or I should say, what you are currently exiting, what you have previously been very inspired by, and how you are showing up in your job and serving the planet, holds a ton of keys to how you reinterpret that energy. And here's the cool thing about it. Oh, the guys are just dropping this in now. This is really cool. Here's one of the cool kind of like energetic behind the scenes reasons why that is so cool. Because all the data is there, and the data is presenting itself in your field as certain circumstances and inspired things that you're drawn to in one certain incarnation of your lifetime. But as you evolve and up-level your consciousness, those same pieces of data rearrange themselves in your field in the new dimension. Are you guys following me? Sorry if I went off on a tangent preaching. There's some guy in here talking about this shit, so I just gotta tell you. Okay. The data rearranges itself in the new dimensional field. And so that's why there are so many parallels. And if you can begin to decode them, it's cool, because then you don't have to spend so much time trying to figure out exactly what it looks like, because you're not starting from scratch, right? It's like you're taking all of the essence pieces of this puzzle here, and then you're moving into the new dimension, and you're just rearranging the parts and the pieces. You guys follow me? I'm trying to act it out for you, just in case you're not following. Trying to show you one of those rearranges the puzzle pieces. You know the little tiles that you rearrange? Yeah, I'm trying to show you that, like a big one, like I'm acting out how to do it. You follow me? Okay. All right. Vicky says, I love encouraging others and helping to heal them by encouragement. Yep, and as we are called into this new reinvention, anybody out there right now, this is a bold statement, and the guys are standing behind me. Anybody who is called to reinvent themselves in any way right now, it has to do with inventing, so they say, what is it? Invention is the mother of necessity. The necessity is the mother of invention. Okay? What we are all experiencing right now is necessity to invent the tools, the programs, the services, the experiences, the products that will usher people from the 3D into the 5D. And the 5D is all about creating your own identity, how you show up. Or it's kind of like solving your identity and embodying it. Because your identity is already there. Who you are is already there. The soul essence of who you are and what you're here to do is all over yourself, okay? And all over the field. All right, so let's call in an activation. Vicky, thank you so much for inspiring this conversation. I'm open to learning mediumship and helping others to heal. Sweet! So guess what we'll do? We'll do an activation for mediumship. Those of you who know me and know my story, you follow how I went from being a Hollywood actress and doing, showing up that way, expressing myself in storytelling for 20 years, which was freaking fantastic. I loved it. But as I went through that part of my journey and I went deep into the practice of meditation so I could manage my own energy, I had an incredible experience with mediumship. Never considered myself a medium, never considered myself psychic, until going through my own awakening process. And now, absolutely, I consider myself that, and you too. I believe every human comes wired with this ability. But the fact that this was so much a part of my personal story, and what was the Amber's intrigued by it too, cool. What was the metaphysical, cosmic, mystical moment that changed everything in my life, that made me go, screw Hollywood, I have to tell people about this, involved mediumship. And it involved me working with a friend whose father who had passed showed up, and the healing was so incredible and moving that it changed the course, the direction of my life. It was one of those, like the track shifted in that moment. So from that humble place of personal experience and not feeling like that was even something I can do, definitely not my area of expertise, and then experiencing it, I want to offer this activation as just a transmission of shared experience, which is something that when we dance in each other's field, we can share transmissions of experience. And so for anyone who is excited to open to mediumship, whatever that journey looks like for you, whether it's through the Akashic Records, I've got some of my students that are like, the hell do I want mediumship? That is not the skill I want. That shit is scary. And then guess what? It comes in really powerfully for them. That's right, mediumship. And it begins to unfold and increase in its power and its any scarcity and fear, scarcity, that's the word I was really looking for. Any fear around it begins to melt and it becomes deeply understood. So regardless of if the Akashic Records is your mode for developing that skill and that connection with the other side, for any of you who are interested in that specific activation, we'll just offer that to you now. You just have to say yes to receive, just receiving it in your energy field. Good work. Been doing some Qigong this morning. Feels very alive in the field. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's take Miss Sandra. I just saw you. Sandra Hansen says, what should be my next steps? I feel kind of lost at the moment. All right. Bam, instantly, Sandra, and anybody who is feeling lost at the moment, let's reframe lost. That one's got to be reframed real damn fast. Here's the Pollyanna side of it. Just, you can go anywhere you want to go. You get to call forward. You get to choose any direction that you want. Okay? Here's the other reason why I want to unlost all of you out there. Because if you're the key to getting unlost is making a choice, is what the guides are saying right now. Just like I said, you have all these choices. That's the key to getting unlost, is making the choice. Sometimes we feel paralyzed to make a choice. And if that's what any of you guys are feeling, I'm wondering if that's, let me just tune in. It feels like there's a lot of energy about feeling scared to make the wrong choice, right? What if you couldn't make the wrong choice? What if it was just about making the choice and you trusted your ability, your sovereignty to say, I want to make a choice that is in the best and highest for me. I'm going to choose this one. And even if you don't feel like you have a damn good reason, sometimes your intuition just pushes you in a direction. What choice can you make right now that will at least be a choice that gets the energy flowing so that you can make a choice? Okay? I told you the Pollyanna way to say it. You have all these choices in front of you. Choice is so, so important, everybody. Here's a more metaphoric but still very poetic and fun way to drive this point home. When I was in the 8th grade, my rebellion might have started. Actually, I'm sure my rebellion started. My rebellion started when Amy Johnson and I were 5 years old and we were sipping my mom's cooking sherry, okay? Just we did that. We put it in our 7-Up one day, okay? We did that. So rebellion started. All right, here we go. My rebellion has continued through the process of my entire journey. There has been a rebellious nature, a rebellious spirit that has always really wanted to get into experiencing a storyline from a completely different perspective. Okay? And that's what we need to begin to do with ourselves, is experience ourselves from a completely different perspective, outside of the confines of our own behavior, the areas where we get stuck, we get paralyzed, right? For a lot of you, like I said, it's we get into ruts where we're afraid to even trust ourselves to make a choice. What would happen if you could trust yourself to make any choice, allow that choice to begin to unfold your highest good? What if we could just get unlost? Okay, so my bad girl rebellion started when I was 5 and then continued through my life. I was in 8th grade, I think, and had a string of rebellious behavior. And my dad, in an attempt to get through to me, taped a quote from Alice in Wonderland onto my mirror that said, it was Alice, lost in Wonderland, talking to the Cheshire Cat, and she said, "Excuse me, sir, but can you tell me which way to go from here?" And he said, "Well, my dear, that depends. Where do you want to go?" And she said, "I don't much care where." And he said, "Then it doesn't matter which way you go." So getting lost and not making a choice leaves us in that place of uncertainty, of it's an embodiment of that feeling of like, well, then it doesn't matter. Sometimes we can get to a place where it feels like, well, then my life doesn't matter. If you want your life to matter and you want to feel inspired and connected to yourself and your mission, and you feel very far away from that right now in this moment, make a choice of which direction you want to go. And if you're feeling like you want big change and big transformation, you've got to dive into an opportunity like learning to read the records, or committing to a practice, committing to an experience that will guide you so that you can make big strides forward. I mean, there are people that come into my life that they get really intrigued by this work, and they end up on calls with me to talk about what it means to learn to read the records. And then they're like, hang on a second. I wasn't really looking for a class even right now, Emily. And I'm like, okay, hang on a second. At some point you were. On some level, you have invited forward, you have asked the question, where do I go next? And an opportunity to know yourself, to get to know the part of you that knows that answer. I don't tell you where to go next and what to do, and you're like, well, I share with you what I see your guides inviting you to consider here in this space. But that's not what learning to read the records is about. It's about knowing yourself so inside and out, knowing so much what your next step is, that you're asking, all right, how do I do this? Bring about the opportunity that I need for next, to get to the next step on my journey. Which is sort of what you're doing anyway, by being here in this space. And this is for all of you. If you are inviting forward a what's next in your life, may it drop in, and that's the activation that I want to close with today. May it drop into your life just through the energy that you get here today. The level of work that I do is very intense. I had a student just say the other day, I asked her to reflect on her past. 9 weeks is all. It's a 15-week process, but 9 weeks. And her jaw dropped at that moment of seeing the unbelievable transformation that takes place so quickly. It's an accelerated timeline. And it's not for all of you. And some of you are going to be really intrigued by it. You guys know where you find me. You can just reach out to me on Facebook. Facebook Messenger is great. And for those of you who are not quite ready for that level of quantum acceleration, and it's okay wherever you are, I want to call in this last activation and invite forward that frequency of what's next. Because as we ask that question, inherently within the frequency of the question is the answer. And so by inviting it forward in this space, whether you explore it with me or not, that will unfold for you. You got to be ready for it. You got to be watching for it. You got to be aware. You got to stay acutely aware. If you get too triggered, if you get too overstimulated by TV, if you get too overstimulated by the stress of your life, the stress of your finances, you're going to miss it. The stress of your relationships. It's another reason why working in a powerful container where there's guidance and there's space for you to be held can be very powerful, because keeping our energy neutral can be interesting. But you develop the skills very quickly. I promise you that. But you will need to remain neutral, to remain calm, to be instantly the observer of your energy and your reactions, to be able to see the glimpse of this powerful information that we've invited forward, this what next that we've invited forward when it drops into your field. Because it comes in quick. It usually comes in like a super fast flash at first. Whew, and it's gone. But it has a certain frequency, and you will notice, you will recognize that frequency. So be it, and so it is. Take a nice deep breath in, everybody. Pausing at the top, we're just integrating all of the activations that came through today. Thank you, powerhouses, for hanging out. Again, if you got value out of this time together, please share this out. There are some powerful activations that came through today for playfulness, for mediumship. And this last one we just did, hang on, I remember what it was. Hang on, I'm here. I don't know what we just did. And this last one we just did, I seriously can't remember what it is. Reboot. Time to reboot. Actually, you know what it's time to do? It is time for me to flip my desk back around and get back to work on something I'm really excited to share with you all. There is a 5-day challenge that I am crafting coming to you very, very soon. Let me see. I'm going to try to remember the name of it right now. I channeled in the name of it earlier today. It is called Merge with Cosmic Intelligence. Or maybe Merging with Cosmic Intelligence. One of those two. Yes, indeedio. 5 days to illuminate your highest path of reinvention. Or something like that. That part I'm still working out. But it's definitely going to be called Merge with Cosmic Intelligence. We are going to do a super laser 5-day challenge. I call it super laser because I will be going live for no more than, okay, 10 minutes is my goal, but seriously, if I do it in 15, I'll be really happy. Being concise and focused is a superpower. I'm going to cultivate that in this challenge because y'all know I can get channeling and talking and being in here forever with you, okay? So I am excitedly crafting the content, the actual challenge material, your daily homework, getting together the pieces as your guides and my guides are working together to create a process that will supercharge those of you who are ready to tap cosmic intelligence and have this spiritual technology at your fingertips. So that's what I'm going to go get to next. I hope the rest of you have very beautiful, creative, exciting projects and lives to go give your attention to. Thank you for giving your attention to me and each other here in this live container together. I wish you the best. I look forward to connecting with you here again soon. Namaste, everyone. And I'll see you back here again live very soon.